Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of this Recomp vlog series. It is Saturday today, and I just said I'd record this today just so it gives me a bit more time to edit and put it all together. So it won't kind of be like a full week summary, but you'll hear enough of me and how this week has been to give you a gist of kind of what I've been up to. So this week's felt a little bit different. So I was off on Monday and also off yesterday. Just because obviously Easter, so I took full advantage of being able to take the time off. And then on Friday was Jack's birthday, so it actually kind of felt like a really condensed week because I was only at work for 3 days. But I'm so grateful I was able to take that time off because I really felt like I needed it. It's crazy how much of a difference even just like having one day off can make or can feel like for you. So no, I was really glad that I did that. But yeah, since last week, gosh, yeah, I feel like I have actually been up to loads. So last Sunday was a leg day, and I wasn't going to train. Well, to be fair, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to train. So right now with the kind of lockdown program, what I'm doing is 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. And Vaughn had said to me to make sure that every second week I took one extra day off, so like 2 back-to-back days off. Muddling my words here, just allow for the extra recovery because obviously we're hitting lower body, upper body rest, lower body, upper body rest. So we decided to sort of implement that extra rest day on the second week, just allow the body to recover, because obviously from going from eating like a shit ton of calories to pulling them back down and introducing loads of cardio such as running, the body might have needed that extra bit of recovery. And to be fair, last Monday I was exhausted. I felt so tired. I didn't sleep very well, and when it sort of came to training time, I had ridden my workout done and I had fully intended to train, but I messaged Vaughn and I was like, oh my days, I am knackered. Am I right in thinking that I can take this day off? Kind of what do you think type of thing. So I was basically just waiting for him to be like, oh yeah, it's fine, just take the day off, which he did say. And I was like, okay, sound, I'm gonna nap. So I napped for half an hour for a power nap, and my plan was to then go for a walk and then just do like content and other crap before getting ready for work on Tuesday. But I woke up from my nap and I was lying there in my bed and I just had one of these moments where I thought to myself, you know what, like, no, you planned to train today, like your workout is written Monday lower, and if you don't do that, then it fucks up your whole kind of schedule and plan for the week. And I really hate the feeling of not disappointment, but I don't know, I feel like when I've decided or when I've told myself that I'm going to do something, if I don't then do it for whatever reason, I get really frustrated. Just because I like having a plan, I like executing that plan, and I like planning my weeks in advance. So when I was lying in bed, sort of like waking up from my nap, I was like, no, you know what, you just need to suck it up and you just need to do it. And I gave myself that bit of an oomph, I suppose, got up and did like some warm up in the lounge, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm actually fucking feeling this. And I had an amazing leg session. It was so good. So that was the second time sort of in the quite a short period of time where I guess I reminded myself of the importance of just doing it sometimes, and it's not always applicable. And you know what, it would have been absolutely fine had I chosen to take that day off to rest, but I'm glad that I napped and that I sort of tested the water first, and when I realized that actually I could train, that I did feel fine, and then had an amazing session. Like, it was just so exciting. It was a really nice feeling. And then that evening I caught up with all my friends from Loughborough for my master's, so the people that I lived or hung out with in halls, and that was amazing. We did like a quiz night, which was a lot of fun, so shout out to them if any of you are watching this. But it was really nice, and in a way it's almost like this whole COVID situation, even though it absolutely sucks, like it's forced me to like reach out to so many more people that I normally wouldn't speak to, or like arranging something like that, like we just wouldn't have done that. And it was the same on Sunday. I had a Skype, well, it wasn't Skype, it was like on Facebook video call with all of my Swedland cousins. So 2 of them live in Belgium, my brother lives in Ireland in Dublin, and my other 2 cousins live in Auckland in New Zealand. And we spent about like over an hour and a half on Facebook playing like games and whatnot together, so that was really cool. But anyway, I digress. If anyone's watching this, you kind of want to know about my training, about my recomp, about all that stuff. So I'll stop blabbering around. So Monday was amazing. I got my leg session done, fucking smashed it, really enjoyed it too, and felt really good after. And then on Tuesday, I checked in, so I'll insert the clip in here.
Down that door, I can't fall down, get pushed around, plan myself into the ground, but I know things will get better, cause it just can't get any worse than this.
And check-in went really well. Like, I've finally started to see the results really come through. So we started Recomp the Saturday after the gyms were due to close on the Friday, if that makes sense. So on the, would have been what, 17th? Yeah, 17th of March, was a Tuesday, and we chose to push calories up. So I had calories like at their highest of my push phase for about 4 or 5 days, and then we dropped them back down. And the difference, I've finally started to see that difference. So as I said in a couple of vlogs ago, like my weight was just not budging, and I couldn't really see myself coming in, and then like my period came and whatnot. But even with that, this week I was really able to see that I am getting leaner. And that's quite exciting, because obviously it just shows that extra bit of perseverance, like over the course of about a month, can get you the results that you want, even with limited equipment, even without a gym to access. Ultimately, it's about being consistent over time with your nutrition and with your training, and just being patient and speaking to your coach or your support team around you when you are sort of struggling a little bit more. So I trained upper then on Tuesday and did my cardio before. Did I do my cardio before work? I did do my cardio before work. Just went for a quick run, and then was at work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which was actually fine. It's not been as busy as I think they had anticipated it to be, which in a way is good. Apparently, from what we've been told by the lead doctors, things seem to be far mellower in hospitals than they had anticipated. Not to say by any means that it's been fine, because it hasn't. But I suppose we then get the like less people are maybe coming to the doctor's surgery because they think that their problems aren't as big as potentially COVID, or actually a lot of times it is just about staying at home and resting and just kind of getting over whatever you've got. So it wasn't as hectic at work, which was nice, which meant that then on Wednesday after work, I came back home, had my dinner, and was like, right, cool, today's the day. I feel like running. I'm just going to go on a longer run. So I'd sort of planned where to go to. So as you know, I live quite close to Arthur Seat, and I can run pretty much all along the Duddingston Road that goes around it. So I chose to run down to the Parliament in Edinburgh and then come back. Hadn't really planned how long it was going to take me. I didn't really know, but ended up doing an 8k run, which was amazing. Gorgeous day. Don't know if you can really see. So pretty. Felt really good. Didn't feel hard, which then didn't lead me to, but encouraged me to sort of plan a longer run for the weekend. So then on Thursday, I trained legs in the morning, and that was filthy. It was disgusting. It was about less than 12 hours from my long run, so my legs were fucked, and I really pushed myself, but it was one of those sessions where like, I really had to psych myself up for every set. I have one more set of walking lunges, supersetted with AMRAP hip thrusts for a minute, and I don't want to fucking do it. It's sore. It is so sore. And Vaughn, if you're watching this, you're an evil bastard. Like, yeah, it was not fun. It took me forever to complete. But I chose not to do cardio on Thursday or Friday in prep for a long run over the weekend. And then on Friday I was off work because it was Jack's birthday, and that was really nice.
Look at it. Oh, how beautiful. Oh, yeah.
I'd spoken to Vaughn about it. I'd said that, or we kind of had this discussion. I said in my check-in that, I was gutted that I was going to be dieting again for Jack's birthday, because it's been the case for the last few years. And we sort of made a plan to sort of bump up calories just for the one day, and just to allow for a little bit more flexibility. And it was so nice. We went for a walk during the day, and then we made dinner together. So I trained upper, and then we made dinner together. So we had tacos and a glass of wine, and then I had like some ice cream and whatever. And it was just nice to sort of relax a bit more into it. And I don't actually even think I had all the calories that we'd kind of agreed to bump up to as like a mini, I suppose, a refeed. But it was just so nice. So we had a lovely evening. And then today, Saturday, I woke up and I went for my long run. Good morning. It's Saturday today, and I'm about to attempt my first proper run, like an actual long run in a very fucking long time. Longest I've done so far is 8k, and I think today is going to be upwards of 10, so wish me luck. So I went all the way around Arthur Seat and back, so door to door. That took me just over an hour, and it was about just over 11k. So that was awesome. Again, didn't feel too horrendous. I've got a bit of a blister on my right foot, and my calves are sort of starting to play up, so I really need to get my stretching game on, because admittedly I have been quite lazy with that. It was probably not ideal, but anyway, so that was that today, and really enjoyed it. And I don't know if it's a shame, but I went out first thing in the morning, obviously to avoid the amount of people that would be there, and it was quite cloudy and windy, and now the sky is blue and it's gorgeous, and I'm looking outside thinking, I really want to go out. But anyway, lockdown and all that shit, you know how it is. But yeah, other than that, it's felt like a good week. Obviously with it being shorter, that was appreciated. Just felt like I had a bit more time to do some extra work here and there. I've got new clients coming on for the 6-week lockdown fatigue program, and out with that also I'm restarting up my posing on Skype. I feel like now everyone who maybe was planning on competing early in the year, they've sort of reassessed goals. People who know that they're going to compete at the end of the year are sort of back in a swing of like, okay, I want to pick this back up. I want to keep working on my posing. I want to get ready for stage soon. So it's exciting to see that my clients, even those who who've got the plan to compete later in the year, they've not taken the foot off the gas. They're still willing to be prepared and be the best that they can be. So if you're one of those people watching this, if you're planning on competing later in the year or even next year in bikini, give me a shout, because I am available for Skype posing sessions. I don't think that you can't get the most out of the hour just because we're over Skype. I've done them before, and actually it's exactly the same. The difference might be that I can't actually like prod you and put you into position, but if you're local to the area, live in Scotland, you can always come to see me in the studio once all the scrap blows over. But yeah, other than that, as I said, it's been a really positive week. No changes were made to food or training or cardio, and I actually don't think any will be made next week either, especially as my period is sort of finishing. So it's never really a wise time to make changes, because the body's responding differently to carbohydrates. You're maybe holding a bit more water. So yeah. Oh, and obviously, how could I forget? On Thursday, we had our first webinar. There's nothing to lose. You don't know how strong you are until you try and push past that barrier. And realistically, no one gives a shit if you're on the hack squat, if you're on the Smith machine, if you're on whatever machine, and your ass touches the ground and you cannot get yourself up because you'll be in a puddle of sweat. you know, breathing out your ass, thinking that was fucking insane. That was great. Which was amazing. It was so much fun. It was so cool to see so many people clock in, tune in, and just have like an open, pretty rapid fire discussion about training. So we are planning on doing these, if not weekly, bi-weekly, depending on interest, and obviously as lockdown extends, we'll sort of adjust and amend accordingly. But that was really enjoyable. It was nice also to be able to, I don't know, see Yvonne and Ali, you know, show off their expertise, and sort of, I just always feel so privileged to be able to work with them and alongside them, because they've been in the industry far longer than I have, and I just get to pick their brains, which is really, really cool. So yeah, again, if you are interested in joining our future webinars, you can just get in touch with either one of us and drop us your email address so we know to send you the link to future Zoom meetings, which is kind of where we arrange these through. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to stop rambling here. I'm going to continue getting some work done, and just see how the rest of the weekend goes. As I said, I've got some posing clients tomorrow, which I'm really, really looking forward to. I miss the studio so much. But yeah, I will leave it here with you, and I will catch up with everyone next week.